It's fairly eclectic because I've studied Hermetic magic and occultism since like 2002, so 23 years now, more than half my life. So the nodes are the points which the moon's orbit, the lunar orbit, crosses over the Earth's orbital path around the sun. So if you imagine the sun, those diagrams you see that have all the planets revolving around the sun, it almost looks like they're on a turntable record. A really good place to start is in a lecture by Sanjay Rath, Param Guruji. He said something really great. We're all born because of Rahu, right? Like Rahu, the North Node, demonstrates our attachment to the level of reality that is matter. Rahu wants to party with us. You have serpent imagery there. In Vedic astrology, it's the head of the demon and the tail of the demon. The disembodied head of the demon and the headless body of the demon. And Adam and Eve see that they are naked once they bite the apple, which means that they see that there's a difference between them, that there's a polarity, sexual polarity between male and female. They didn't know that before. They weren't in the realm of opposites or duality. They were in a realm beyond that. Like a nun or a monk doesn't really have a self-identity. They are in a sort of uniform. They have renounced individuality to be part of this collective, let's say. You sit there and you watch something for 2 hours that's artificial. It's not real, but you buy into it in your way. Robots, hardware, stuff like that is Rahu. Androids, AI. Wow, Sagittarius, childlike wonder, but towards adventure and imaginative magic and all this stuff. But like Jim Henson started out, I watched the movie about Saturday Night Live, the first episode of Saturday Night Live. Psychedelic experience can kind of obliterate the identity, let's say, and submerge someone in a more spatial consciousness, a more dissolved space. So there can be psychedelic connotations to Ketu and obscuration of self. An obscuration of self can be towards metaphysical or spiritual deep dives in a way. Attitude toward leadership that might be geared toward corruption or farce, satire, showmanship. There's a disorientation quality to an eclipse. There's a toxicity in effect. You know, Rahu can be funny. Dear Jocelyn, she did a great project on how the nodes are related to humor in people's charts. Rahu's going to give us satire and hyperbole and off-color, irreverent, crass, depravity sort of stuff, because it has that renunciatory quality. But you can also get the riot at the end of Day of the Locust, where they trample on the little kid. You know, a locust is like Ketu. So the head of the dragon that doesn't have a body, it's always going to be hungry. It'll never be full. It'll never know satisfaction.